When you open the catia, you get this window, which is product workbench. You have to close this from here. After closing this, go to the start mechanical design, then part design. Then you have to untick this and this, then you should give OK. So you get this axis system. Here you have to go to the sketch. This is the sketcher and select any plane from here, this or this. I select this plane. Yeah. This is the 2D workbench where we are going to see the lines and the 2D geometries like lines, geometry, like rectangles, and you can see the circles. So these three main geometries we are going to see here, and sub geometries also, like combination of circle and the combination of arc and the combination of lines. So let me take the example. So this is line and this is okay, this is circle. So let me take one arc also here. So you get arc like this, which both are arc and this are 1D. Arc and line are 1D, and this all are 2D. This is 2D and this is 2D. 2D means which has the two dimensions. Let me erase this. Once again, I repeat how to enter into the Sketcher workbench. Just to go out of the Sketcher workbench, you have to select this option, exit workbench from here. Go to the Sketcher here, this icon, click on this. After clicking this, select the plane. So this is the entrance to the Sketcher workbench. Now we will see the geometry. Here first we have a toolbar. This is called as toolbar where we can see 2D profiles over here. Let me place it in a horizontal position. To place it horizontal position, you have to hold the shift button from the keyboard. I place this. So which is known as profile toolbar. Then you should know about this command also. So this command is constraint. I'll show you this toolbar also. So first we'll learn about this constraint toolbar, which gives you dimensions. Then we will see this profile dimensions. This command is used for giving dimension. Let me take you one example. I take one horizontal line from like this. So now I need to define its size. Size is nothing but it is a horizontal line. To define its size, I use this from the constraint toolbar. I use this constraint. Just give okay. Now I want to change the dimensions. Just double click on this. You can change it to 50 also. Again, I'll show you. Now I want to make it 100. In that case, double place your cursor on 50 and double click. You can change it to 100. Let me take next geometry. I have taken the circle. Now I take, I have taken the line. I'll take circle now. Let me draw it here. So now I need to give the dimensions. In that case, you just go here, constraint toolbar, click on this. You can give here. Now I want to change it to 100. Double click on 76. You can make it 100. Here, when you change the 100, it will show you dimensions. You can make it radius also. If you make it radius, it comes like this. If you need to make diameter, it will show you diameter. From here, you can change it. So next is rectangle, which is corner point rectangle. This command here, if you see, here you can see the black cap. If you click on this in the rectangle command, you have some sub commands also. Now let me see all the sub commands by placing over here, which is called as predefined commands. I'll place it here. Let me place it in a horizontal position like this. So now in the rectangle command, we have this some sub commands. So first this command is corner to corner rectangle. If you get any confusion when you are doing it, what you do is just check this in the bottom where it can give you the instruction. If you see here, it will show you like I'm going to take the rectangle. If you observe here, it is showing select or click the first point to create the rectangle. First, I want to create the rectangle here in this quadrant. I select the first point. Then see here, again it will show you, click the second point. Now, first point, my first point is here. Second point is wherever you want. Let me define here. See, first point is this, last point is this second point. So this is the rectangle. Now, as it is a two dimensions, again I go to the constraint, I make it constraint. So I'll give vertical length distance and horizontal line distance. Let me make it 100. Double click on this. Let me make it 75. So now we got the rectangle. So these are the basic geometries. Let me show you one more geometry. In the circle command, if you see here black top, again you find it sub commands in this also circle command. Let me drag and drop it here. Here I'll drag and drop it, which is circle command. I'll make it horizontal. So I hold the shift button and I'll place it here. So circle, in the circle, you have many circles. Now let me take only this arc. I take the arc and in this quadrant, I used to draw the arc. When you click on the arc, just see this orange cabin. It is saying that select a point or click to define the circle center. Now I want to draw the arc from this center. I'll select the arc and it will ask you next, click or define the radius. Right. So I'll define the radius from here to here. I want to draw the arc like this. See, now I have drawn arc here. So what I need to do is next, I need to give the constraint. Go here and give the constraint like this. Now I need to make it like 50. You can make it 50 also. In this way, you can use this profile commands and this constraint toolbar. So now we learned about profile and constraint command. Now we will discuss one more important command which is placed in the bottom. So which is this traffic signal symbol. This is the next command. So which is known as sketch solving status. So this is available from the tools toolbar. So I'll place it here on the top, which is tools. I'll place it here. So we use only this command, which is known as sketch solving status, which shows you whether your sketch is constrained or not, or fully defined or not. This command will show you that. So let me check here by clicking this. Yes, your sketch is under constraint. Under constraint means your sketch is not fully defined. What happens if your sketch is under constraint? For an example, I have drawn the circle here. So now I can make it move anywhere. So your sketch is not at one place. I can move it here also, right? So when you create any sketch, any 2D drawings, that sketch or 2D profile should not move. See here also. it is moving. Here also it is moving. So this is not moving, right? See, except this, every sketch is moving. Let me delete this. So now we will make it constraint. So for making that, you should know two things here. So first thing is that size, second thing is that shape. Always remember, you have to make first size, you have to give size, then you need to give position or location. Location from H and V. Yes. So then your sketch is constrained. If you maintain these two factors, your sketch is going to get constrained. So let me see here where it is available. So H and V is nothing but these two things. Here H is this and V is this. So size is nothing but your size is for the circle, your diameter is the size. For the rectangle, its height and its length. For the as this is 1D, so already only one dimension. So now I make it fully constant. So what I do is I go to the here. So let me take a one by one figure. I'll go with the one by one. Let me delete all these things. So first I'll take with the line here, vertical line this time I'll take, or else horizontal line I'll take. See, when you are drawing it, when the blue blinks here, it shows that it's horizontal position. So if you want to take vertical, so this is not vertical, right? So you have to place it correctly. So when here blue comes, then it indicates that it is vertically located. So I locate it horizontal when the color blue blinks. I'll click here. Now we need to make it fully defined. So for that, first is size, second is your location. Let me see here. So size, let me write size, then let me write location. Location from H and B. Yeah, we will see. First size is nothing but your line. So as it is a horizontal line, I define it its line. Then a location from H and B. So H is here. Give the location from here to this line. You have to double click on this. Select this and this. So H is defined. Now we need to define from V. From V to any this line. I'll select this point and then I select this. So now V is defined. So in that way, first you need to give the size, then its location from H and B. Now you can check your sketch is iso constraint. Suppose if you delete it, it is under constraint. How to know under constraint means by seeing the color. So the color of the geometry is white. It indicates that your sketch is not constrained. Check it here from the tools toolbar here. From the traffic symbol, it is under constraint. Okay. So what I do here is now I'll make it constraint. So see the color is green. It indicates that if green color indicates your sketch is iso constraint. So suppose if I give the double dimensions, here I already given 261. Once again I'll give from the here. So now the color is turned into pink. It indicates that your sketch is double constrained or your sketch is over constrained. Check from the tools toolbar. Check this sketch solving status. It is saying that over constraint. You should not constrain it double, or you should not constrain it over time. So to make this correct, I'll delete one. So now green sketch is constraint, ISO constraint. So like that, you have to maintain each and every time. Now we will see size and location for the vertical axis. Vertical line. I take vertical line from here. I placed it here. You can see V. V indicates that your line. So which is, it is vertically placed, this V. So now to make it ISO constraint, now it is under constraint. So what I need to do is, first I need to fix its size, then location. Always remember these two things, size and location. So here I'll go to the constraint toolbar for defining size. First, as it is a vertical line, so I am going to define its size as its height. And now I need to define location from the H and V. So it has two endpoints. You can use any endpoint. So I use this endpoint to this vertical axis. Double click on this and select this end axis and this. So now it is green color, but still it is under constraint. Why? Because we have not defined from the horizontal axis. If you not define from the horizontal axis, then see, it will move in a vertical direction. You have to fix it, its location. Now I'll go here and you can use any endpoint. I use this endpoint or this endpoint. I'll select this endpoint to horizontal axis. Now check it. It is ISO constraint. Now you can move this. It will not move. So in that way, for horizontal and vertical axis, you need to make you have to make it constraint. Now let me delete all these things. Let me take with the next. Let me take the arc. So I take the arc from here. Let me make constraint. So first I need to give the size. So for the arc, I'll give the radius. So size is defined, then location. Location from H axis and location from Y axis. So now as it is an arc, you can have a 3 points over here in this case. So how you are going to define is important. So you can define it from the center point here, from this center point to the H and V, you can define it. So this center point to the H axis and this center point to the Y axis. So now white color turned into green, which indicates that your sketch is ISO constraint. We will check it from the tools toolbar here. Still it is under constraint because we have not constrained these two endpoints. We need to constrain these two endpoints also. So take this endpoint, first endpoint to here, define it, and from this endpoint to here. Now you can check it. Your sketch is ISO constraint. So it has total 3 points, first, second, and third point. In that way, you can constrain this also. Let me delete it. Now I'll go with the next. Now I'll go with the rectangle. I'll draw the rectangle here this time in this quadrant. Now if I draw the rectangle in this quadrant, see, first I need to define its size. So size nothing but vertical line we have and horizontal line we have. So one is height I have to give, length I have to give. So next location, location from H and V. So here you have 4 points, 1, 2, 3, and 4. From any point you can give H and V. So horizontal axis to this point distance I'll give first. See, these two lines got isoconstant. Now this. So from this point to the vertical. Or you can take line also. Now you can check sketch is isoconstant. Let me delete all these things. So next we'll go with the circle. So now I'll draw the circle here. First I need to give the size. Size nothing but diameter. Size I have given. Next location. Location from H and location from V. As it is a circle, it has a center point. From here we need to give H and V. From H and from here to V. It is isoconstant. Now again I'll go here. This line. This time what I'm going to do, I'll draw the horizontal line on exactly on the H axis. On this axis I'm going to draw it. When I select this axis, see here, blue dots, you can see it. When I place cursor here, nothing. When I place the cursor here, you can see the blue dotted lines. I'll click here and I'll draw a horizontal line on this axis only. See, the green color is blinking, means here you can see this. This is nothing but O. O indicates that it is coincided. This coincided with the this line, which is lying on this line. So already it is coincided with the horizontal line. So let me give. Okay. So what I need to do to define this, first I need to give the size. Then I need to give the location. Location from H and V. Let me give these two things from here. I'll go to the constraint toolbar. So first is size. I'll give the size. Then second is location from H and V. So already it is lying on the H, right? So no need to give the H direction, but it is not lying on V. So we can give from any endpoint to V axis, this to here. Now you can check it is isoconstant. In the same way, if I draw this line vertically, now I'll draw it vertically. See what happens here. If you draw it vertically, first you need to give the size, which is height, and now it is already on the V. You need not to give from V to V distance. You need to give H to V distance. Now check it is isoconstant. In that way you can make constraint. Let me delete all these things. Now let me take one arc or circle. So now I'll draw the circle on here, horizontal axis. See, it is showing O. You can see this O, which indicates that this circle endpoint is coincided with the horizontal axis. So let me give the size quickly. I given the size, then H to H distance we should not give as it is lying on H. So I'll give this center point to the V distance. In that way you can make a constraint. So now the same circle I take on vertical axis this time. So here I take, let me give the first size. The next location from V and H, as it is already coinciding with the V. How you should know means here O. See, if you click on the O, it will show coincident. So I'll give from H to V, H to this center point. So which is vertical distance. Check here, it is isoconstant. In that way, when the circles or any points are lying on this axis, you need to make constraint like this. Suppose now circle is coinciding exactly in the center point. In this case, what you need to do is This circle center point is already coincide with H and V. You need to give only size in this case if it is coincides here. Again, I repeat, if your circle point is here, then no need to give H and V because it is already coincided with the H and it is very coincided with the V. In this case, you should not consider it. Let me delete it. Let me take one more rectangle. So this time I'll coincide here on horizontal axis as this horizontal line is coincided with the horizontal axis. In this case, see, first we need to give the size. Size is nothing but this line length and this height. So no need to give this and this because this line is parallel to this line is parallel to this line. Now we will give the location. So the location is already it is H to H, it is coincided. You need to give only V to V. Now see the sketch solving status for ISO constraint. Now let me delete. Now I take the same rectangle on the vertical axis like this here. Now I am going to define first size. Now it is already coincided with the V axis. Now you need to give from the H. Check it. It is ISO constraint.